Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of United Talks podcast. Sorry I've been away for a couple of days. Just being under the weather. The whole, just making me feel awkward. But I just kind of got some strength, and I needed to bring this to you. I know feels like it's a news that slipped under the radar, happened, and it was quiet, and everything just, happened. But welcome to United Talks podcast once again. This is actually your home for everything Manchester United, from the hottest transfer headlines to the future of the club's academy pipeline and all the things in between. I mean, we tend to bring you, some of the news that we can actually tell you and confirm for you. And today we're talking about a very deliberate and strategic move by Manchester United. I mean, one that, reflects a club shifting back to its roots in youth development. I mean, we've always been tagged as the club of the youths, basically. Like, we have a very solid academy system, and we tend to bring people, or academy players, the pipeline keeps rolling, and we tend to bring academy players into the first team and all of that. So, because while the Red Devils were still, trying to, seal the Bryan Mbeumo deal, everybody's still waiting. And I've deliberately not brought anything with regards to Bryan Mbeumo or anything, because everything I'm seeing is kind of recycled news. Oh, Man United are in talks. Oh, Man United walk away from the deal and all of that. But we're still trying to get the deal over the line. It's a bit slow, and Manchester United fans are already getting impatient and calling the ownership all sorts of names. But the truth is, I'm the kind of person that wants to be optimistic. I know it's hard to be optimistic and positive in these times and seasons that we are, but it is what it is. Man United finished 17th, and it's hard to actually just kind of bring stuff that will make everybody feel positive about the club. And in truth, because Manchester United finished 17th or 15th, or whatever the case is, 15th. Now, Man United finished 15th in the league last season, so it's expected that, okay, we're going to go in the market, I'm going to dig deep and get players that will, suit the system, suit Amorim's system, seeing as Amorim just started the season. But, yeah, it is something that we need to think about. But Manchester United try to see the Mbeumo deal over the line. We've just won a battle off the pitch, basically beating Man City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Tottenham, and Aston Villa to one of the most highly rated young defenders in the country. We're talking about Harley Emsden-James. I mean, in this episode, we're going to break down who he is. We're going to talk about why Man United pushed so hard to sign him and what this says about the club's long-term strategy. We're not going to go into deeply into his player profile, or try to, go deep into dissecting the kind of his style of play and all that, because that's for another video, and that's pretty much what I'm going to do for him, basically ahead of when he's made his debut or something for Man United. But now he's still young, 16 years old. We're going to just, talk about this transfer. Harley Emsden-James is a 16-year-old. That's basically who Harley Emsden-James is. 16-year-old centre-back from Southampton, and he's been on United's radar for over a year. Now, he made his under-18 debut for the Saints last season, and even with just 2 appearances, made a big impression on scouts. He's already being talked about in the same breath as Aiden Heaven and Lenny Yoro, 2 of the highest-rated young defenders in European football history. He stands out in how early United moved. They paid $1 million and £1 million compensation fee to secure his services. Not a small money for a teenager who hasn't even broken into first team football yet, but it tells you how confident they are in his potential. And I see a potential for the future of Lenny Yoro at the center of the centre back in the back 3 system, and Aiden Heaven on the left side, and this same Harley Emsden-James on the right side. Young defenders that will continue the future of this club. So I see a good potential for this player, and it's something that we can actually, do. It seemed like a deal that went under the radar. It wasn't quiet, but it went under the radar, basically. And I know why I'm saying this like this. You're like, oh, how can something not be quiet, but go under the radar? It just happened, and everybody moved on. But we've confirmed that people have been able to do since June 11th. People have been able to do some of their research and come up with clips and stuff. And I've watched some of these clips, and I'm pretty impressed. United Scoop actually talked about him, basically talking about how, Man United sealed the deal. Just the way the guy announced, same thing for Eddie Heaven and for Chido Obi. But according to reports, Emsden-James was being watched closely by Manchester City, Chelsea, Newcastle, Tottenham, and Aston Villa. All of them had tracked his development for more than a year. But United's persistence and, more importantly, the clear development pathway gave them the edge. Now, City, who are renowned for hoarding young talent, missed out here, and that says a lot. I mean, INEOS and Manchester United's youth recruitment team, including Luke Fedorenko, Connor Houghton, and Jamil James, have been tracking Emsden-James for 12 to 14 months, and now they've landed this young talent. Now, this isn't just about 1 year. Why Manchester United? Why why Emsden-James fits United's academy rebuild is that this isn't just about 1 year. It's building a future-proof squad from the ground up. Harley joins Diego León and Chido Obi as part of a wave of elite youth arrivals. It's no coincidence that this is, happening just as Jason Wilcox and Jonny Evans take up key roles in shaping United's future. United are finally doing what the fans have been crying out for: recruiting smart, long-term, and with talent and with intent, basically. Whether it's Jaden Ngwashi resigning, JJ Gabriel's deal, sealed, or now Harley Emsden-James coming in, and the club is also investing in identity again. And you could hear that Ruben Amorim saying things like, "Oh, we want to sign players with character, we want to sign players who have the identity," and all of that. The thing is, I know Man United fans want us to seal those big deals like the Brandon Bumo kind, even the Matheus Cunha, or any midfield target that we have, or defensive target, or goalkeeping target, as everybody keeps talking about. But some of these deals, we need to also do some of the ones in the background, spend those little 500,000, £1 million, sign some young players that can, that we know that have the talent and the pedigree, to break into the first team and all of that. So it's good. It's one of the signings we've done. I think we did this earlier in the window, and all of that. So now to my final thoughts about this. It's not just big names, but also big vision. I know United fans find it hard to be patient. I am not patient as well. I am not patient about the way things have been. A lot of people are now slagging Omar Barada. I've seen those in my comments in some of the videos I've posted of Omar Barada talking about the vision, the strategy for Manchester United, and people are like saying, "Oh, there's one comment here that says, oh, what utter rubbish. If he had plans, they would have." Let me see what comment he made. Yeah, let me just read it. So this person says, what utter rubbish. If he had plans, then why are they falling, or why are they failing already? Clearly don't have a clue of what stayed. Well, wait, clearly don't have a clue. Should have stayed with City. So Manchester United fans getting really, really impatient, getting really, really worried about, because this was a video I posted about Omar Barada, talking about his strategy on how to basically, how Manchester United intends to get players over the line and the long-term strategy and all of that. But yeah. But let's be clear, United still need to finish deals like Brandon Bumo, offload players like Sancho, and resolve the Rashford situation, including Garnacho and Anthony Antara-Malacia. But while those dominate the headlines, if it's moves like this, that define the club's future over the next 5 to 10 years. I mean, Harley Emsden-James won't be the first team won't be in the first team next month. But if it goes well, if all goes well, he could also be partnering, Kobbie Mainoo, and captaining the under-21s before long, right? He could also be playing with Kobbie Mainoo in the first team, as it is. But the thing is, for me, I believe that we have a talent here. We have a talent here. Literally, we have a talent here. And it's not about how long it's going to take, but it's how you build for sustainability, right? Making sure that the next generation is even better than the last, right? And that's what INEOS have said they wanted to do. And that's what Sir Jim Ratcliffe, although people already begin to hate him, people are already starting the INEOS out movement. But the truth is that starting the INEOS out movement. We've done Glazer out for like 20 years. The INEOS out movement does not change anything. You say they're out and all of that. The club, you're still going to go watch the club and still going to love the club, right? But that's it for this episode of United Talk Sports. If you're loving the Academy Insight, don't forget to follow. Don't forget to drop a review. Or don't forget to share also this video. And don't forget to like and turn on the notification bell and stay locked in, because we'll have more updates coming, with Brandon Bumo and what's next for Rashford, and, there's still another signing I'm going to bring in another video, but I just needed to focus solely on Harley Emsden-James, and then at least to bring you something, despite the fact that, not been feeling too well over the past couple of days. But yeah, thank you very much for liking. Thank you so much for subscribing. You see, we're already growing slowly, getting somewhere. We're sub 40 subscribers from another milestone, but just get to subscribing. Thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing, and hit the notification bell. If you haven't already, please do like, share, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't have to miss anything as it relates to Manchester United. Thank you, goodbye, and God bless.